So another Annie B 2-minute video. And I was thinking about the virtual ministry of Jesus. Everything we do with the Berry Bunch is online. And the whole point of our ministry, the whole way we've set it up, all the output that we create, it's virtual. It's online. It's not in person. And I've always kind of assumed that Jesus didn't do virtual ministry. But here's the thing that struck me as I was thinking about it and thinking about how God worked and how Jesus worked and walked on this earth. Because I was recalling how they walked past a village, a town, and they were going to go, and Jesus said, no, we're not going to go there. And the disciples says, oh, let's rain down some sulfur and obliterate it. Because here's the thing. Why would they think that if they haven't done it before? We know not everything was recorded. I'm not stating that Jesus went around destroying his towns. But if they've suggested it, there's a good reason for that. And it's quite possible they've seen something like that for them to think of that. Otherwise, how would they ever imagine that? But they know that it can be done. So Jesus didn't go to that place, but they still knew of him in that town. When you think about Jesus speaking, we think about quite a few times when he was among people and they were with him, and we think of people touching his cloak and the disciples pushing their children away, and Jesus said, no, let them come to me. But there are also times when Jesus would speak in a boat on a lake, separated from the crowd. When he was speaking to 5,000 people, the feeding of the 5,000, we need to recall that 5,000 people would be probably nearer to 25,000 people. There's no way he was personally ministering to every one of those people, which is encouraging to me because we have an online ministry. But here's my thought for you today to go and chew on. Jesus had a virtual ministry. He didn't always minister in person. So don't miss out on what you do that isn't in person. If you're sending a card to somebody, you're not ministering to them in person. It's a virtual blessing. We had a card from someone. The personal message is important, but he didn't say those words. He wrote those words. He put them in a card and he sent them to us, and they are beyond precious and actually different from him saying it in person, because we have a permanent record of that now. And we have a permanent record of what Jesus said, and that is his virtual ministry that's ongoing. So don't discredit people who do online stuff. Not that anyone's attacked us. It's not defensive or anything. But don't think, oh, it's not good enough. Actually, if it's got God in it, it's more than good enough. So my thought today is, consider the fact Jesus had a virtual ministry. Jesus still ministers today. He doesn't walk physically alive on earth anymore, and yet he still ministers to you and to me through the recorded word of the Bible of what he actually said. The people who he spoke to weren't able to tell us what he did, but we have a record of what they said and what he did, and that's amazing. So Jesus had a virtual ministry. Do you? Just a thought.